Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke. After the last couple episodes of the Leader Lock, I've decided we're going to dial it back for a bit. We're going to play a normal Nuzlocke on FireRed with randomization. We're going to have random Pokemon, random items, and random abilities. As far as Nuzlocke rules go, for those of you that don't know, there are three primary rules. There's the rule number 1. Any Pokemon that faints is dead forever and must be either deposited into a dead box or released. In my case, I will be releasing. Rule 2. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on any route. And Rule 3, you must nickname any Pokemon that you catch. Those are the basics for any Nuzlocks. Some people add on, some people take away some rules, but those are the general baseline. And I will be playing just a baseline Nuzlocke run for this series. I will eventually get back to the Leader Lock, but I would first like to just do something a little fun for a bit. I have something I want to do with this series. If you have any ideas for Pokemon names, leave them in a comment down below. Even if you don't have a Pokemon that it would be associated with, if you have an idea for changing a current member's name, anything like that. But I will be happy to include your YouTube channel's name in the video if I choose your name. All right, time for the starters. Our first option is Pinsir. Pinsir's pretty strong. He could be a good option. We have Girafarig, and we have Grumpig. This is a strong set of starters for here. Personally, I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm going to go with Pinsir. There aren't very many strong bug Pokemon as of this point in the game, and Pinsir's one of the few. So we're going to get Pinsir. And what can we name a Pinsir? We're going to name the Pinsir Goliath. Whoops. And Goliath is going to be our starter. And Luke is going to take a Girafarig. Well, let's see how this first battle goes. Per tradition, the Nuzlocke does not officially start until we get Pokeballs. So, we won't be officially starting until after we get the parcel for Oak and bring it back. But then from there, any Pokemon that faints is gone. And if we black out, every single Pokemon in our party gets released or set in the box. I'm actually gonna just Vice Grip. I don't think that Focus Energy would be worth it in this battle. And Pinsir does a good bit. That tackle does a lot too, though. Luckily, we picked up our potion out of the box. I mean, out of our PC at home. Girafarig's one of those odd Pokemon that I almost never see, since it was really only used in Gen 2 and in the Gen 4 remakes of Gold and Silver. But it's a very interesting design. It's kind of supposed to be a duality, and I like that. I think that's pretty cool. We are gonna, I believe we get healed up after that battle, and we'll check out Goliath. He has an item. He had a mental herb. We have Keen Eye, so we can't lose our accuracy. That's actually really helpful. So Sand Attack won't affect us at all, and like Smoke Screen and stuff. None of that'll be a bother for Goliath. Cool. Alright. So let's head up onto Route 1, pick up Oak's parcel, and start this journey. Okay, there's Ammonites here. And Ammonite would be interesting. Sadly, we don't have Pokeballs yet, so we don't have a choice but to try. But we can get that potion. And we'll head up to Vermilion City, or no, Viridian City. There's an Electabuzz here. Ooh, Electabuzz would be a really good member of the team. Kind of hoping for Electabuzz when we get Pokeballs. I don't know how hard he'll be to catch, but I feel like we should be able to do it. But we're gonna stop here, pick up the parcel, and run back. I will be doing a small amount of grinding in this episode, but after that, it won't be much besides to catch up new Pokemon to the rest of the party. I'm not a big fan of being 10 or like 5 or more levels ahead of the other trainers, unless it's just through natural leveling. I feel like it takes away from the challenge from time to time, and with enough grinding, anything can be easily beaten. I mean, you can see that from some of the challenge runs that people have been doing on Pokemon on YouTube. Like other channels have done stuff, like I've seen only Feebas runs. You get Feebas level 100 and you flail with it, and that can work and stuff like that. I mean, those are incredibly difficult to put yourself in those circumstances, but when you have quote-unquote actual Pokemon who have like good stats and movesets, it can be a joke. So now that we got our Pokedex, we got Pokeballs, and the challenge has begun. And we'll be moving on to try to catch our first Pokemon on Route 1. Oh, we're gonna stop at Luke's sister and pick up the map. Thanks, Daisy. And let's see what we can get. Moment of truth. And it's an Ammonite. Ammonite's good as well. I don't think he'll be as good as Electabuzz could have been, but that's okay. He shouldn't be too hard to weaken. Oh, I didn't know Constrict could lower speed. One more should be fine. Goliath, just don't crit. Perfect. Two shakes. Almost had it. I don't feel comfortable hitting it again. From what I was seeing, it would definitely knock it out. So we only got the option to sit here and throw them. And we got it. Alright. So we got an Ammonite as well. What do we name an Ammonite? Well, there's the obvious choice that I'm sure I'll get flamed in the comments if I don't do. So it's kind of a requirement if you've ever seen much of anything for Pokemon. Lord Helix. And now we push our way up. We'll take a look at Ammonite in a minute, because we're gonna have a good bit of time to get used to him. Sadly, from that battle, it seems like he only has Constrict. I was kind of hoping he'd have something like Water Gun, but perhaps he'll learn it early on. I will not be looking up Pokemon's learned moves I'll only have the knowledge of what I had prior, so that it's not gonna influence me to try to grind or make any decisions regarding that. We got a quiet nature and insomnia. Okay, so we got two just condition ignorers. That's pretty good. Insomnia is actually really good when you have Pokemon like Jigglypuff and Clefairy, Pokemon that like to use Sing, especially due to his rock typing. He can handle their normal attacks as well. We're gonna buy 15 Pokeballs, and we're gonna get 3 antidotes because Poison is the #1 killer of Pokemon in Nuzlocke. It's very, very frustrating and unfortunate to have a Pokemon faint just mere steps in front of a Pokemon Center because you didn't have an antidote and were out of healing items. It's just the worst. So I want to buy some to avoid that. Let's see what this item back here is. It's a burn heal. That's not the best, but it's doable. We can use that. Let's see. Let's keep Goliath out front for now, and we're gonna go get our encounter on Route 22. Let's see what we can find. And it's a Drowsy. Okay. Drowsy should live a Vice Grip pretty easily. Okay, maybe not so easily. Oh, see, this is a good example of how Lord Helix would be really useful, but I don't want to send him into a confusion. And also, we don't need to weaken the Pokemon anymore. Alright, Drowsy, get in the ball. I've never really used Hypno. Hypno would be cool to have on the team. Alright, get in the ball. Get in the ball. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Let's do some quick thought math. Attack of 20 and Vice Grip has 55 power. His attack is 7 and Constrict has 10 power. I think I could get away with another Constrict to get him down to, get away with a Restrict to get him down to red. I think. And I don't think he has any Confusion. I think he just has Pound, which Lord Helix can take no problem. Alright, Lord Helix, just don't crit. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna switch back out to... No, we're safe. We're fine. We're fine. We're gonna throw a Pokeball. One, 2, 3. We got ourselves a Drowsy. What should we name a Drowsy? What should we name a Drowsy? How about something like... We're gonna name him Darwin, because honestly, Drowsy's kind of an abomination. And he just proves Darwin wrong. Charles Darwin, that is. It's Darwin the Drowsy. And we're gonna go heal up, and we get one more encounter up at the top route. On Route 2. And then we're going to do some quick grinding, and we're going to go fight Luke on Route 22. And we're going to fast forward through this catching tutorial, because we've already caught 2 Pokemon. I wish that was a mechanic they implemented in later gens. I know why they didn't do it in this gen, but detecting that you've caught a Pokemon so they didn't have to teach you. But apparently even in Gen 8 they can't manage that one. So on the bright side for catching Pokemon, we now have a Pokemon that has Hypnosis. Also, he has Thick Fat. Thick Fat is an amazing ability. So effectively, this Drowsy now resists both fire and ice, in addition to the other types he already resisted, which is pretty huge. Alright, so let's see what we have on Route 2. We have a... Slack off. Wait, abilities are randomized. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is really good. And he has a lot of attack. So we're gonna go into Lord Helix to lower his, to lower down his health with Constricts. Oh, he has Yawn, but I have Insomnia. Oh, does he only have Yawn? No, he has Scratch. He has to have Scratch. Even if he does, we can switch train him. Let's lower him down, and then we'll come in and we'll use Hypnosis with Drowsy and catch him. Yeah, he has Scratch. With Darwin, bring Darwin in for the Hypnosis. Put him right to sleep. So it's hard to not notice it now that I can see it, but it appears that Slackoth just does not have bones in his arm, because that's bent the opposite way at the elbow, and he does not seem to care. Alright, he's gonna yawn us, and we'll try to put him to sleep. Hopefully this doesn't do too much. Oop, we missed it, and now we're asleep. So we're actually just going to switch back into Lord Helix and just start throwing some balls. Slackoth shouldn't be that hard to catch. It's generally a pretty low catch rate. Or high catch rate, sorry. There we go. We got a Slackoth. And this is clearly going to be Sid. Sid the Sloth. From the Ice Age. And it's a girl, but I don't care. It's not allowed to be anything other than Sid the Sloth. And it's got Sticky Hold. And it almost ran out of PP with Yawn. But yeah, I mean, a Slackoth, and especially a Slack King without Truant, is really big. I don't know if everybody knows this, but Slacking actually has the same base stat total as Kyogre and Groudon. But has Truant to make him worse. But with randomized abilities, there's a very, 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 very small chance that he would still have Truant. But with that, I'm going to go do some quick grinding, and I'll be right back. And we're back, guys. We have the party all leveled up to level 8, except for Goliath, who's now level 9. As far as moves, Goliath learned Bind. Can wrap him for 5 turns, has 15 power, but a 75 accuracy. Honestly, Vice Grip's probably going to be our go-to still. Darwin got Disable, which could be useful, but it's not very accurate. And otherwise, we're still sitting about the same. I don't believe Sid learned anything new. Oh, Sid learned Encore. So Encore could be useful as well. We're probably going to start out with Goliath in this next battle against Luke. So let's go do this. Alright, bring it on. Let's go. He's got a Quagsire, which shouldn't be too much of a problem for Pinsir. Hopefully this doesn't do very much. Well, it does a little more than I'd like, but we'll be alright. This is why we have multiple party members. When Goliath starts to get low, we can either heal him or switch out. I think we're going to heal him, because I don't know that anybody else wants to deal with... No, actually, Darwin can handle this. Darwin has a pretty good special defense stat. Yeah. Oof. He doesn't do very much damage, so I think we're going to try to put him asleep. Oh, we missed. We'll go for one more. Oof. Nope. So I think we're gonna switch out to... We're gonna go to Sid. We're gonna let Sid finish him off. If Sid doesn't take too much damage from this. Yeah, that's livable. So we're gonna scratch. Sid should pretty close to knock him out. Goliath can take another one, and then we'll heal him immediately. I probably should have just healed him to begin with, but I thought Darwin would be able to hit a Hypnosis and save us a bit of damage, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. But in this case, we lost a bit, but that's alright. We haven't lost any party members yet, and that's the important part. Goliath's going to finish off the Quagsire. Giraffe Rig, that's who it was. Okay, this is actually still probably best for Goliath, I want to say. We're gonna attack this turn. Then we're gonna heal this turn because there's no reason to risk losing our what is arguably our best Pokemon at the moment. Pinsir's a really good Pokemon. I probably could have used a Focus Energy at the beginning of this battle to help me get a crit. Depending on how much that attack lower is actually changing my damage, I might switch. Oh, doesn't matter. Goliath got a crit. Just on cue. Good work. And that's level 10. And he has 30 attack at level 10. That's crazy. Pinsir's a beast. Yeah, get lost, Luke. But that's gonna be it for this, guys. That's gonna be it for this time, guys. Have a nice day, and I'll see you later.